Hello, today we're going to be taking a look at the HomeOK service kit. Now inside this box it says we've got an AI gateway, which is the intelligent control hub for the HomeOK service. We've got an internal security camera, we've got door and window sensors, we've got a water sensor and a temperature sensor. So let's open up the box and take a look inside. So first of all, we've got a document package here. It's got our membership number on the front. And then inside, we've got an invitation letter. And this also shows you how you can log into the mobile app. You can just scan the QR code on the front there. And then we've got the installation manual. And I'll be showing you the installation and setup once we've gone through all the package contents. Next up, we've got the actual gateway itself. So this AI gateway is the main hub for the whole system. And on here, we've got all of the inputs and outputs that we need. We've got a service port, we've got two USB ports, we've got a local area network port, we've got a micro SD card slot, and then we've got the power input there as well. We then have the power supply, and we've got a cable for the local area network, with some handy stickers and a little tool also included. We then have the NG camera, and in here we've got the camera itself, we've got a USB cable and a power plug, and then we've also got a mounting ring. And then we have our pack of sensors. We've got our door and window sensors, we have a temperature sensor, and we also have a water leakage sensor. So we have everything we need to get started. Let's go ahead and set up the app. So the first thing we need to do is to scan the QR code to download the app. And then we can download the HomeOK app, press install. And then it asks us to enter our AFP code, and that can be found on the invitation letter. And then we can hit the QR code scanner, scan the QR code on the letter. And then we can sign in. Then we just have to put in our email address to receive a verification. And then once we've received our verification code on email, we can just paste that in to the code area here, and then we can create a password. Then it asks us if we want to use fingerprint ID. And now we have the app installed and ready to go. The next thing we have to do is plug in the gateway. We can plug in our local area network cable and our power cable. So once you've plugged in the gateway into the local area network and the power, we just have to wait for it to set up, and then the tick will turn green. This could take up to 15 minutes. So now that the tick is green, we can go down to the sensors at the bottom here, and we can add one of our sensors. And we can choose which one of the sensors we want to add. So let's go with the door and window sensor. It's now in pairing mode. And it says on here, please remove the battery strip to begin pairing. So if we take one of our door and window sensors and we pull out the battery strip on the back, you can see that now that is activated. And now to put it into pairing mode, we're going to use the little tool and we push that into the slot on the front. And now it's in pairing mode. And it says wait until the LED on the front stops blinking. There we go, and then we press next. So now we have the option to name that particular sensor, and I'm just going to leave it as it is. It says door window sensor series 2 and press save. So that sensor is ready to operate. Now we can go ahead and add the other sensors. Add more sensors. It shows our paired sensors, and then we can add extra ones by pressing the plus button. And we can add a second door and window sensor. And the process is exactly the same. The same again, it's in pairing mode. Wait for it to stop blinking. Then we press next. And then we can save it, and I'm going to name this as number 2. Press save. So now we have 2 door and window sensors. And then we just go through the same process with the other sensors. We can add the water leakage sensor. And again, the process is exactly the same. We pull out the battery strip on the back, and then we use the tool into the pin slot. And now it's in pairing mode. Wait for the light to go off, press next, and save. Next, we're going to pair the camera. So we go back onto the home page and click Sensors, and then we go down to NG Camera, and we plug in the camera itself. Now we can see on the camera there that we've got a blue light indicating that it's receiving the power. So we've now plugged in our camera. We can go to Sensors, Add, and go down to the NG Camera. It says the camera will power on, and after about 20 seconds the LED will start to blink blue and you hear 5 beeps. It says please wait until the camera stops beeping, which it has done now. The LED will keep blinking, as you can see just there. And then we select how we want to pair the camera. So I'm going to use the WLAN password. It says confirm, has the camera stopped beeping? Confirm. So now I just need to put in my network name and password. And then it says to put the camera in QR code scan mode, press and release the camera reset button once and you will hear 1 beep from the camera. The reset button's just on the back, so let's just press that. And we have 1 beep. Press next. Please use the camera to scan the QR code on the next page. You will hear 1 beep when it succeeds. Press the QR button to show the QR code. And then we'll show that to the camera. Press next. Now it says it's pairing the camera. And you have the option to name the camera. I'm just going to leave it as NG Camera and press save. And now we can press finish. And then if we look at our sensors, we can see we've got 2 door and window sensors, we've got the water leakage sensor, and we've got the NG Camera all connected. In the app, you can go into any of the sensors and adjust all of the settings. So for example, in the NG Camera, you can go to the camera option at the top here, and then you can set different parameters. So you can set when the camera will record, the resolution of the camera, etc. And at the bottom here, you can actually see the camera filming as I'm talking now. On the home screen, you can see the green tick indicates that all sensors are working. If you go into the sensors, you can see individually the green ticks at the side of the sensors. For example, if one of the door and window sensors is open, we get a notification that it's not okay straight away, and there's an X next to the sensor. I've now closed the sensor back up, and immediately it goes back to OK. All of the sensors work in pretty much the same way, and you can go into any of the sensors and you can see the history of when they have been activated. Also in the app, if you go to the More section at the end there, there's lots more options and preferences that you can have a play around with and set it up exactly how you want it to operate in your home. So that is the service kit from HomeOK.